moment that I have been waiting for since God knows when has arrived. Aquaman has hit theaters. And boy, do I have a review for you. This one is spoiler free, so you ain't got to worry about being scared to watch this if you haven't seen the movie. So, stay tuned and see my thoughts on it. What's good, everyone? You already know what time it is. It's that guy Ralf, third favorite YouTuber, with a spoiler free of Aquaman. That's right. I'm super hyped for this one. I've been waiting for this movie since he appeared in the Batman vs. Superman. Super hyped, as I said thousands and thousands of times. Aquaman is my second favorite Justice League member. His stories are great. The character is just cool, and I feel like a lot of people are slept on him are gonna wake up after they see this movie. But I do have a spoiler-free review, so don't be afraid to watch this. I am not giving anything of the story away on this. I'll keep it as spoiler-free as possible. But before I go any further with the review, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share it amongst your friends and subscribe. Alright? Without further ado, let's go on to the review. If you watch my comic reviews and my most recent Throne of Atlantis review, I do have a grading system. I've been working on this grading system for some time. I try to keep it as basic as possible for everybody to enjoy, not just comic fans or not just casual fans. Also, I make it pretty easy where everybody can enjoy it. So for this one, I have 4 criteria, each 5 points, how I normally do. The 4 things I actually grade on this one is going to be visuals, characters, story, and flow. Each one I'm going to explain as I go forward. Right? So I'm going to start with the first thing that everybody always notices is visuals. That's the first thing that people notice on the movie. If anybody says otherwise, they're lying. So for visuals, for Aquaman, I give it a 3.5. Without giving anything away, the reason why I gave it 3.5 was because the CGI for the most part was good. It was great, actually. A couple things in the movie that seemed kind of a little wonky. It's not like predominant scenes, nor is it like throughout the whole movie. It's more like sprinkled here and there that you catch on to it. Also, their wigs, man. The wigs on some of the actors are crazy. And there's one specific in the beginning of the movie that irked the hell out of me when I saw it. If you guys saw it, you know what I'm talking about. But I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Right? Next thing I'm going to grade is characters. Characters meaning the actors, the characters' portrayal, whether they're enjoyable, whether you like them or not, just overall the actors and characters of the movie. And for that, I gave it a 4. The reason why I gave it a 4 is I thought the actors were phenomenal. I thought the characters were great. The main issue I had with it, and I will be completely honest with you, I try to be as unbiased as possible in my reviews. But Momoa's Aquaman was great.
A hero.
There was a couple scenes where I felt like his demeanor overtook the scene, and that's it, really. Other than that, shout out to Black Manta and Orm, 2 great villains in comics and animation, brought to life by 2 great actors. Great. I thought Orm and a lot of his scenes just stole the whole damn scene away.
I'm going to give you one chance. Go home. Do not ever come back to Atlantis.
It was just great. It was phenomenal. It was great. It was awesome. I love watching all the actors play their characters. It seemed like they were ripped right out of a comic book, and I gotta give praise for that. They were just spot on. Next thing I'm going to grade is the flow, right? The flow is pretty much just meaning the pacing of the movie, action sequences, the downtimes, maybe some dialogue, tonnage, just overall the flow, everything that makes the movie cruise sail. And for flow, I actually gave this a 3.5. 3.5 because overall, great action sequences. I thought they were where they needed to be. The reason why I gave it 3.5 was because some of the dialogue between characters seemed to be kind of like a little bit off. It was kind of like wasn't enough to grasp you in completely. Also, some of the downtime seemed a little downtime. But the action sequences I thought were just where they needed to be. And they weren't too over the top, but enough to make you be like, wow. So it set the tone. It had a very serious tone. Dark, but not too dark. Not too light, but sometimes forced in some places where you're just like, I could do without that.
That was awesome.
But 3.5 for flow, which is still pretty good. A little more than half. And the last thing I'm going to say is story. Story is just the story of the movie. Just pretty much what they stuck with. Was it good or not? Was it enjoyable? And I gave that a 5. Reason why I gave it a 5 because I thought it was damn near perfect. The story was relatable to not just for comic fans, but also to a casual viewer. You got a feel of where Aquaman's coming from, where his brother's coming from, where Mirror's coming from. You get a good concept. Everything flows together. Nothing was forced. Even like the side story of like how you see Black Manta and where that's going to lead to, I think that's a really good combination as well. But overall, great film. And in total, out of 20 points that a movie can get, which is damn near flawless, this one lands right at 16 out of 20, which I believe is like a B in my normal grading system. Aquaman gets a B. Great film. Actually, to date, as of now, it's probably one of my favorite DC films. I highly recommend for people to watch it. It gave me exactly what I wanted to see. I think it deserves appraisal just for the fact that it gave us a comic book brought to life. Not saying because it's a comic book movie, but because it was ripped straight from the comics. Whether it be their costumes, whether it be their acting, whether it be the story, it's just the accuracy on it was great. It's probably one of the most accurate you can probably get as a comic fan, and it's good. And I think this movie will be something that even casual fans would enjoy, which I might do a review for that as well. With that being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up. That was my spoiler-free review of Aquaman. If you guys saw it, tell me what you thought. Spoiler-free, because like, even this post, even like when you see this will all be spoiler-free. So drop in the comments below. Please don't give anything away in the story. But tell me what you thought of it. What was your grading? Like, out of 20, what did you rate it? I don't know. Do you do stars? Whatever the case may be. Tell me what you guys thought. Right? Also, check out the other reviews for Throne of Atlantis comic and animated reviews already on the channel, so please check that out. Side note, they did a really good job meshing the stories together. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. But that guy Ralph, third favorite YouTuber. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Like me on Facebook, that guy Ralph, on all 3 platforms. You will find me. Alright? Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you watch, enjoy the rest of your day. Please remember, you rub your nipples. Aquaman by DC Comics in theaters now. Please go check it out. Try to catch your movie theaters on some deals. Nobody wants to waste too much money. Alright? Remember to laugh because life is too short. Peace out, people.